Hi, thanks Sean, thanks Rashid. I live in an area of the country where we have a Green-led majority town council, which is great. I voted for them each and every time. My membership of the Green Party, I've chosen not to renew. I looked at your equal opportunities policy. I saw the word men 27 times. I saw the word man 32 times. I saw the word woman 3 times with the word trans in front of it. And I saw the word women 0 times. I'm a friend of Olivia Palmer's. I was on Twitter the night the Green Party responded to a tweet from a Labour Party activist telling you to suspend her. She ran twice as a parliamentary candidate. She absolutely deserved better than the way the Green Party behaved publicly on Twitter that night, and subsequently, in terms of removing her from her position for an inaudible comment during a Channel 4 debate. Sian said she wanted to support issue-based politics. My issue, and that of the people I know, is women and mothers and equal opportunities. We want more refuges for women who are battered by men behind closed doors. We want more representation in politics. We want people to give consideration to the way that women are not treated properly in the workplace because they're not employed because of pregnancy, because they go back to work and they're not paid. But more than that, it's time for you to support your gender-critical female party members, stand up for them and stop the shit that is being doled out on Twitter, because it's appalling. And I don't want to be in a party that calls women non-men anymore.
So, I mean, first of all, thank you for putting the case that you're putting in the way that you put it, because I do have concerns about some of the language in which some of these debates are happening online, and I do see some things that I know will offend trans women that I know being said, and I think they're being said unnecessarily. And I think what you said was really helpful in that you said, look, I think I'm interpreting it right. You're saying I feel like initiatives for women that are not trans women are being pushed aside in a way that you don't feel comfortable with, and I think that's a conversation we can have. What I am seeing though is too much abuse going on from people who take that point of view of trans women, and that upsets me. It really does. If I tell the story of what happened with the women's pond that we have, I represent Highgate Ward in Camden, and we have Kenwood Ladies Bathing Pond there, and some of a really small number, 2 or 3 of the women who used that pond decided they were going to write a letter to the papers, and they talked to the Daily Mail, and they got a piece in the Daily Mail saying all kinds of really, I thought, really mean things about some trans women who had been using the pond, and they were describing them in ways that I won't repeat. And they were describing them in ways that I felt might even come close to identifying individuals. And I put myself in the position of those individuals, those trans women who, going to use a ladies' pond but not swimwear, and thinking how they must be feeling at being spoken about like that. And it worries me, and I don't feel comfortable with it, and I'm there to stand up for trans women's rights to be women, and to use women's facilities and all of that. However, I can see...
The policy has the word woman in it 0 times.
Well, we can look at that, and I would like to talk to you more about this, because I think if there are areas in which you feel that that we're too broad and we're not focused on the individual issues faced by different groups, and we get this within BAME groups as well. If we're just going, we look BME as a big group, and we're not focused on the individual issues faced by different people from different groups that may be quite individual, then we're not doing our job particularly well. And I think, we should have a chat about that. But I think we've been a party at the forefront of trans rights, and I think a lot of the things we've done to incorporate trans rights into our policies, into the wording, into the constitution of the party, have been the right way of going about it.
But I didn't talk about that. I talked about women's rights and the fact that you do not have the word woman in your equality policy.
So let's look at that, because that may be something we can try and fix. But certainly I think we do a lot of work on behalf of women specifically, but that includes trans women in lots of cases as well. We talk about domestic violence, misogyny, all of those things do include trans women as well, and I think we have to make sure that we are doing that, because trans women are women. I will stick up for trans rights till the day I die. I think it's the right thing to do.